Where we last left off, the party had just succeeded at retreating the army of 500 or so men all the way back to Sif's hillside. They successfully got past through the orcs, and now Lord Jem is speaking of creating a peace treaty to prevent the war from continuing any further and to prevent further loss of life. You all talked for quite a while, and then went to sleep. And now, a grey dawn rises upon the walls of Sif's hillside. Your choices of sleeping arrangements are all sheltered from the soft rains of the morning, which patter on roofs and stream down the streets with the song of peace. The keep is a bustle of activity as you wake from your slumbers and join together to begin the day, searching for Gareth but finding he has already left, alone on foot to go to West Ferryton once more. Jason Finnegan speaks with Taryn and Walter behind a closed door, and after a crash, Taryn walks out, clutching his amulet with white knuckles and brushing past you all with a humph. As you all stand solemn in the morning sun, some of you may realize that you might not have any wet weather gear, and the rain is drenching you.
Hold on, wait.
I'll
where
just
are
hold
we?
a middle finger to the sky.
You are in this hillside, the small keep on a hillside that you visited in like the second session.
Gotcha. Okay, so town number 2.
Town number 2, yeah.
I'm going to see about purchasing a rain poncho or something,
Right.
an oiled cloak.
So, you go down to the general store, and a very young boy, about 17, greets you with this slicked back blonde hair and a happy chip-toothed smile. Says, "Oh, hi, Yel. How can I help you?"
I'm also 17.
I'm looking for a rain poncho or oiled cloak or something to help with the weather.
Rain poncho. Alright. Let me look in the back. We have been selling those quite fast. He goes back.
Nerd. Look at the nerd who doesn't have a waterproof cloak. Couldn't be me.
You look around the general store. It's about what you'd expect. Nothing seems too valuable, but there's a lot of supplies in here. Anything you could really want. He comes back, since there are 4 of you, he comes back with 3 heavy cloaks on a rack. One in a sort of mottled green, another in black, and another in an interesting sort of gray and white stripes that converge in a V. Here you go. We've only got 3 left, unfortunately.
I'd assume that I have something, as I'm usually not inside.
Yeah, I'd imagine I also have one because I travel a lot for my profession.
If you have traveler's clothes instead of common clothes, you probably have some sort of rainproof thing.
Oh, I got always closed. Okay.
I mean, my class doesn't. Well, like when I had didn't let me start with that. I started with fine clothes, but that doesn't necessarily align with the the
I'll
background
say
that we.
you have a decent cloak, but it's made of a very fine silk that after your years of travel has actually begun to wear down a little, so the rain seeps through it more than you'd expect nowadays.
Okay.
Also, Jake, because we have the same background, I'd assume you'd also have traveler's clothes.
I don't know.
I don't think your clothes come from your background. Maybe.
Yeah, I don't have any of
Okay.
that. I don't have any clothing written down.
like
Clothing
90%
can come
It's
from
just
your
naked.
Come from background.
Clothing can come from your background, I believe.
Actually, yeah, it probably does.
Yeah, some.
Yeah, because if you're like a noble or something like that,
Yeah.
you have fine clothes.
Yeah, like most clothing comes from background. Like armor comes from class, clothing comes from background, I believe.
All right.
Thanks. How much?
Um, these will be 4 copper apiece.
He has copper. No wait, those say copper.
So that's approximately. So that's 3. Isn't that 1 silver and? Isn't it 2 copper? What, 1 silver, 2 copper?
Correct.
All right.
I'm gonna pay for everybody.
Okay. You're buying all 3 cloaks.
Yeah.
Okay. So the only one who doesn't need it for sure is Enodia.
That's right.
So who's taking which cloak? You have mottled green, black, and gray and white stripes.
I'll take whatever's left.
Yeah, there's no red. There's no red. Then none of these cloaks deserve to grace my shoulders.
I'm gonna.
You can always get rained on.
I'll pick last.
I'll just stick to my silk cloak, thank you. It is
I
the
close
only
my
thing
eyes and just
worthy.
pick one at random.
Just
Roll
my
a
own
D3.
silk cloak is the only one
Roll a
worthy of my
D3.
shoulders.
Roll a d6, and then 1 to 2 is 1,
No, roll a
etc.
d3.
3.
All right. So I guess the
You people
gray
don't
and
have
white striped
physical
one.
dice. You guys don't have the physical D3.
That's fine.
I have a d6. It's called a d3 times 2.
I'll be right back.
He can't. I handle that. I have double the d3 that he does.
So Viking puts on the cloak. It is very long. It stretches down and like rubs the ground about a foot beneath his feet.
They didn't
It-
make these for halflings, did they?
No. I can cut it down if you like.
What's that gonna do?
It'll make it manageable.
Whatever. Okay, go for it.
Here, he runs over with the small like razor in his hand, grabs a piece of it, and then cuts a V across along one of the stripes, and then a V across the other side to make it more of a diamond-shaped cape than a full-on cloak. But the cape has a hood and covers your shoulders decently.
Whack.
As this,
I mean, less covering, but looks cool.
and it does.
And I love you, random citizen.
And
I love me too.
he like wraps it around your shoulders with the length that you have left, and now it's just a head wrap basically, but more of a shoulder wrap, but it is waterproof and doesn't flow around back behind you. It can also work like this.
What is he doing? Like a dance?
I don't-
Can he be doing a dance? I want to be
And if
doing
you
a
hold
dance.
down, you could do the duck walk.
Yeah!
I don't know what you're doing, but I'm sure it's really cool.
Anyway,
All right, thanks for the cloak.
is anyone taking the other two? Cecilia said she'll just take whatever's left.
Yeah.
So you got a choice between model green and black, and then someone needs to hold on to the last one.
If is Angela gonna take one or?
Angela said she won't because there's no red ones.
Okay.
Yes.
Then
so
I
Yes,
there's-
only red cloaks are worthy of gracing her shoulders.
guess I'll hold on to the green one as backup then. Well, green.
Alright.
So, which one's left?
That leaves only the black one left. It is a waterproof black cloak that has a very slight shine to it. Not magical, just a... Maybe it's the way it's waxed or oiled or something that gives it this quality.
Just some shiny leather.
Not leather, it's like waxy shine.
Okay. So I'm just going to kind of nervously take it, you know, well, like I do. I'm gonna just put it around my shoulders. Kind of just scrunch inside it.
Cecilia's tiny form shrinks almost completely inside this cloak.
Not quite what I meant, but okay.
You look like the Emperor, essentially.
Which emperor?
There are a lot of emperors in the world.
Emperor
Star Wars.
Constantine III.
Sorry, AJ.
Emperor
what?
Palpatine, just without the wrinkles.
I was hoping it would be Kuzco.
Cusco!
Ah, you
What's his
ruined my
name?
groove.
Cusco. Right.
The Emperor Cusco, the Cusco that you want dead, the Cusco
You can
that
just say
turned
you
into
are.
lava, that Cusco.
The poison. The poison for Cusco. The
Cus-
poison designed specifically to kill Cusco. Cusco's poison. That poison. Jake's
No.
here. He can do a better one than all of us.
or we could just keep going.
Or we could just keep going. What do you guys want to do next?
I don't know. What can we do?
I have the urge to roll to see how attractive I am.
Of course. You do.
Specifically to this 17-year-old store clerk.
Oh, so you're seducing the store clerk. Okay.
I'm not specifically trying to seduce. I'm just rolling to see how attractive they think I am.
Wouldn't that be
Baseball
charisma?
moment.
I'm
Unless
sorry.
you're doing something out of the way, wouldn't that just
Hold
be
on.
charisma?
Hold on a second. Who's rolling to see how attractive Cecilia is? What?
Cecilia
Who
is
could it
apparently.
be, Aether?
Huh?
Okay, AJ. So should I just like roll charisma with my, you know,
Sure, roll a charisma check.
just flat charisma check?
Flat charisma.
Okay.
You got like a 17, didn't you?
No, 21.
Of course.
Alright, you look like a very attractive Emperor Palpatine.
Hot.
Okay, that
Okay.
sounded like
Fan
a
now.
compliment and an insult.
Okay.
Wow.
I am Emperor Palpatine if they were a hot chick.
You ready?
Let the dark side feel you. Wow, awkward silence. Okay.
So
I'm looking at what to eat for dinner.
I'm not making any moves. I'll just.
So wait, hold on.
if the-
Who's moving?
I don't know. If the rest of the party decides to leave, I'll leave with the party. But I'm kind of wondering what the store clerk wants to do.
He looks vaguely disinterested. Like, you may be very attractive, but maybe not to him.
All right.
No, he's gay.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk
Nice.
up to him and be like, but what about me?
I said nothing to the guy. So either he's gay or he's got a girlfriend.
Or he's ace.
Da 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 da.
Subsidious
Why
we're
does he
seducing the
get
store clerk.
Alright. So if I'll just follow the rest of the party. Where's the rest of the party going?
I
I'm
just
going
want to say,
outside now.
only the bard is allowed to be horny.
Guys, Guys, we need to choose a bard from this party of non-bards.
Dude, I'm a bard.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
I'm a fucking bard.
Well, have you used your horny privileges?
As you guys step outside,
Not yet. No
Then
one.
they're being stripped from you.
I haven't found anyone worthy of me being horny for.
Good.
And there's gonna be more things to be stripped soon.
Okay, can I say that there's a bit of a difference between seeing how attractive you are versus actively trying to seduce someone?
Or
No.
I could just dance
No,
outside
there
in
is
the
no
rain.
difference. There is
as
no
you
difference.
guys step outside, Viking, you go out first, and you have like a little moment where a tiny part in the clouds reveals a very single focused, but not laser-like sunbeam that glances along the walls of Sif's hillside, and for a brief moment it looks like what it strikes turns to gold, and then back again.
Leprechaun.
Mm.
And I guess I'll just reach my hand out, blink a few times, and then just be confused.
Yeah.
Um, are you okay?
Yeah?
Okay.
What are you looking at?
Honestly, I don't know myself.
Fair enough.
You guys are having this conversation. Walter Bladewalker, the man who you talked to on your retreat, who is Commander Finnegan's second hand, basically,
If Blade
yeah.
Runner slowed down,
Oh yes, the negotiator.
runs up to you and says,
oh, he's Blade Runner.
"Oh, it's you four. All right, I need your help again."
What is this?
Finnegan,
Stay away from this, can you?
I'm sorry. You're some of the best soldiers we have, and you're definitely the only ones who can actually use whatever that is. He gestures to the magic wielders.
I just kind of shrink a little more and try and hide myself behind like the largest members of the party at present.
Angela just has like a
Who is
like
that? Who are the largest people here?
Probably Wait, no, Viking's a dwarf.
Yeah. Yeah.
Angela
The
just has a
party is very
Angela
small.
has like a facial expression of yes, praise me more.
Maybe I think Enodia is actually the biggest.
Yeah, I think she's pretty tall. It's like 5'11", yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
only
Speed you, Enodia.
4'10". I'm 4'10". I'm short. Taller than the short folk, but I'm short nonetheless.
Anyways, we need some help to escort the Lord down back into Warrior and sign the peace treaty. Somehow, our men just fucking gave up. So now, we gotta get somebody down there to help the other 4 knights that we have.
What do you expect might be threats that we may face along the way? I can't imagine you have no idea what might be threatening him on the way there.
Yeah, what do you think
Honestly,
made them give up?
there are a few possibilities. The one certainty is that it's not going to be any sort of army. We may face the orcs going down, and we may also face dissidents from the cities.
Hmm.
So,
Okay.
why do you think the troops gave up?
Yes.
They said something about visions. I don't know.
It didn't happen to
I'm
include
gonna
anything to
kinda-
do with horns, did it?
I'm gonna kind of
Horns?
stiffen at this.
No, did it?
No, they were talking about visions of death and the dead rising again.
We
Shrinking
did
more.
see.
I'm shrinking more.
We did.
They're all crazy if you ask me, though.
Well, Bootu, we have news for you. We fought
Uh,
some undead rising.
Yeah, like just
Wait,
outside the fortress. I believe it was like a week or so ago. During the first visit here, we actually fought a few shades. They were rising from the dead of the battlefield.
Really strange.
Don't tell
Okay,
me
it
you
probably
didn't
wasn't a
know.
week ago, because we only
How long
battled
ago?
4 days ago.
Oh,
But
that's all. I had
well,
no
5 days
sense of
ago.
time. I have no sense of time, so I didn't know how long our travel
But
took.
hold on, that's not important. You fought shades.
That
Don't
what they're
tell me
called?
you didn't know. Don't tell me you didn't see them. They were just outside the fortress in the battlefield.
Of course we
Well,
didn't.
there is a
I
giant
didn't see
wall.
him. I was all the way in the forests of Waria. Terran said he knew something about them, and then when Commander Finnegan pressed him about it, he got mad and stormed off. Anyways, Lord Gem is leaving in 3 hours. We're gonna reach the town at about nightfall, and then the treaty signing ceremony will commence the next day.
All right.
That's if you
Um,
actually want to come.
Before we agree to anything, do you mind telling us what's in it for us?
50 gold.
All
Each.
right. Okay.
Oh, that's considerable.
All right, now I'm interested.
You
We're
make a
spending
good
quite a bit
offer.
of money on this. But for you, Lot, it's worth it.
But why us specifically?
He literally already answered that a moment ago.
Well, the reason
we
we're
have no.
asking anyone is because of what I said a moment ago, but Jason took a liking to you all. I don't know what about him made him like you so much, but he's put in a couple good words to me. And I've put in good words about you to him.
All right. Out of character, the lord that we're escorting, have we already met him yet? In character.
Alda has met him. Or sorry, Cecilia has met him. But I don't
Gotcha.
think anyone else actually has.
Okay.
Cecilia healed and then tried to seduce him while he was wounded.
What?
No, I didn't try to seduce
No,
anyone.
that was Wings. Never mind. Sorry.
That was who?
Gareth. Shut up, me. I'm very tired today.
It was Gareth.
It was Gareth.
Gareth.
Wings was her old character. But yeah, that was Cecilia. I don't know if they've met him. So
I don't
no
know.
one in this party has met him.
Okay. All right. Before we start anything, I'd actually like to meet this man that I'm escorting first. I'd like to know who I'm guarding.
I mean, sure, he's having breakfast in the town hall right now. Not town hall, Grand Hall. I just woke
Alright.
up.
Point me to him. She doesn't know
Sure,
where the
follow
Great Hall
me.
is. All right.
You are all granted access by Walter into the Great Hall. It is a lavish throne room, but not for a lord, more of for a count, a baron, something that's humble yet grandiose at the same time. A single long table runs across the entire length of the room, filled with a meager feast, just enough to feed everyone, with a couple of meats and interesting spiced breads.
Has the party eaten breakfast yet?
The party has not eaten breakfast yet.
See.
The most interesting
Ooh,
thing,
I am
however,
back.
of this looks to be eggs, and lots of them, covered in this interesting tomato sauce and sausage.
Egg.
Eggs!
Why do you always go so hard describing the food?
because describing food is fun and it makes you imagine how hungry you are.
And how much you want that McRib on the floor.
I am
In a white void.
McRib.
I'm trailing behind the party.
Yep.
I as my usual nervous self.
I don't know why
I'm the
Ether is
caboose.
laughing so much.
I don't know either.
Sorry, I'm laughing at something someone DM'd me.
Okay.
Don't worry about it.
In the words of Brandon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm in the rear. I kind of do the respectful thing and
Yep.
put my hood down, so but I'm still just kind of scrunched up. You know.
There is Aldrich. So as you all
Oh,
walk
yeah.
in, you find Aldrich sitting at the table, gladly tucking in to this feast, with
By the way,
Lord
muted?
Jem eagerly speaking to him in a hushed tone, but still legible from where you are.
So,
I
question:
told her.
Does it look like has the Lord seen us enter yet?
He does as you walk in.
And does it look like he's recognized us or knows who we are or what we're doing here?
Doesn't look like it.
Okay. Then I'm probably gonna wait for the guy we've been talking to introduce us.
Lords, sir. Yeah, what do you want? We have breakfast guests. They requested to meet you. They're going to be your partial escort for today. Right. He turns to Aldrich. Are you with them? Is Aldrich actually here? He is, but he's muted.
Yes, I am here. Hello.
Hi. Are you with them?
Imagine me.
Doing what with who?
Are you with the party?
Yes.
Good. So you're not against us. Gotcha.
Where else would I be?
That means I can't kill you.
Where else would I
Dang
be?
it. Well, it's more
Alright.
like where else would you be morally? Like, you could also hate us.
So, anyways, the
Well, I'm
punchline
with the
before
party
I
for
was
now.
rudely interrupted, and then I told her she's got the wrong guy. Alright? So, he goes into
Very
a
funny.
sort of satchel and pulls out a single scroll, spreads it out. Here's the peace treaty I have written.
Anyone against the party?
All opposed may raise their hands.
I'm flip-flopping, you know.
You're
This
what?
is, however, the first draft, as once we're actually together, we're going to be going through all the politics of writing it up and then signing it. But these are our demands, at least. Has anyone seen Jason recently?
Who's
There are a
Jason?
lot of people in this world named Jason.
Finnegan!
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about.
I'm bad with names,
Our
okay?
party, Jason? I don't remember the
Yeah, that's
Jason in our party.
I remember
Commander
the name
Jason
Jason
Finnegan.
earlier.
Jason.
I was like, I remember the guy Jason from, like, middle school.
Oh, Commander Jason Finnegan. Didn't we see him a couple of days ago?
Jason is in the file
Alright,
type?
Walter, send for him. Right, sir. Well, I'm sure you all have a lot of questions.
A lot of
nothing.
questions. Absolute
Right.
silence.
No, don't everybody ask at once.
Well,
Hold on.
eat. We're leaving in about 3 hours.
Thank you.
I'm
So,
gonna tentatively walk over to like the emptiest spot on the table. I'm gonna sit there.
that would be the very other end,
I'm going to
Which
sit
is-
over there.
comically far away.
I'm going to sit over there.
So, I'm actually gonna go up to the Lord and just ask him, what he thinks about all the soldiers refusing to escort him.
So, just for phrasing issues, say that in your character's voice. Don't say what your character says.
Yeah. Uh. Yeah, my brain needs to think.
Just imagine you are the person asking.
Yeah, I know. So I have an issue thinking of like how Angela says things sometimes. And so, plenty of soldiers don't seem to be willing to go on this mission.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to the escort. Karen told me something about them. How do you know about that? Anyways.
I mean, I was told why I was hired.
I suppose it's a spreading rumor. Try not to spread it yourselves. I don't think the other escort knows yet, and I'd like to keep it that way.
A spreading rumor. I was told why I was hired. Whatever.
Anyways, you're my new escort now. Can you pass the eggs?
Yes.
There's some tomato on it.
Thank you. Yeah.
What?
I'm sorry. I need to be back for a moment. I have to use the bathroom.
Alright. Chef's cooked up something good today. I don't know really what's in it, but it sure as hell tastes good.
That's
I believe it's tomato and eggs,
Good.
sir.
And sausage. Hell,
Do you know where
sausage.
this
We haven't
sausage-
had that in a year. Huh?
Do you know where it came from?
Tastes like a quail.
A quail?
Maybe a chicken.
Could you pass some of the eggs, please?
Yeah, sure.
Like it zooms
That's
down
what
the
it sounds
table.
like.
Yeah. He has to push it so far. He's like, actually like launch it down the table.
The eggs finally reach you after like 3 seconds of sliding.
I'm just gonna blink for a moment and just kind of register what happened, and then I'm just gonna calmly, tentatively dish myself some eggs.
The eggs attack you. No.
Roll
Instantly.
initiative.
Roll initiative. Yeah, you put some eggs on your plate.
Make a
They
strength check for putting it in your mouth.
certainly look interesting.
These human eggs? No.
A
What?
thunderbolt strikes outside in the distance. And about
Okay,
6
so not
seconds
5 feet
later,
away.
you hear a faint rumble.
That's how much? So that's quite a while. Bit over a mile. I don't.
I just
Oh,
keep
like
eating,
this
I don't
guy.
mind.
I'm gonna, I'm going to push the bowl back over, although I'm going to use prestidigitation to kind of help it along, and I'm just gonna kind of make it look like I pushed it all the way.
The goal like scurries down the table.
It stops like 10 feet before the end of the table.
Instead,
So,
I use prestidigitation to help it out.
Yeah, but even with
There's only so much you
prestidigitation,
can
it stops like just far enough that you can't reasonably reach over and grab it. So someone from the party probably stands up and pulls it back.
Fine, I'll do it.
I'm just gonna a little bit. I'm just gonna return.
Oh, it's
to my food.
dangerous.
Yeah, I myself the traps.
I'm just gonna quietly eat my food. dejectedly.
Big fan of the fact that the music hasn't looped yet.
That's because it's 2 hour music. Okay. The door, and fully armored again, Jason Finnegan walks in, his gruff voice echoing in the helmet.
This
"You
is
here
like
to
full
see
plate
me?"
mail.
Yeah, full plate mail, like
Wow.
Crusaders style helmet on.
Heretics.
Heretics. That hurt my voice. Ow.
Heretics.
Plate mail wasn't invented in Crusader time.
Shut up.
Never mind.
Chainmail was, I think, maybe.
Chainmail.
Yeah, it was.
Maybe not plate mail. It's probably closer to chainmail, except his stat block uses plate mail. So let's just
Yeah,
say
plate
it's
mail rose to
big,
prominence in the
big,
1500s and
bulky
1600s.
armor composed of things that look like plates that has very few gaps.
And it looks like it has been in the mail. Dinner plate sent through the mail. It's plate mail.
Alright,
That was good.
Fun.
so if we are all done with this scene, we can continue on. Does anyone
Boogie
else
woogie,
want to do
let's
anything?
go.
Alright,
Weed.
so
Same.
the day's travel begins. About a dozen men, including Jason Finnegan, Lord Jim, and Walter.
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 Walter Blade Walker. Walter's funnier to say.
And Walter.
They all gathered
Walker's pretty
together.
funny.
Like
with-
all these elegant names and Walter.
You five, who are all actually given the gold as advance payment this time. So Walter walks around putting 50 gold in each of your palms. Count it out. It's all there.
I will
Really?
count it up.
Yeah, it's all there. 50 gold.
Great.
I'm back. So what's
Each or
happening?
total?
So, you've all been given 50 gold as
each.
an advance, and
50 gold each.
you are
Yeah.
going to begin
Wow.
your travels.
Augers.
Froggers.
Did you say froggers? Yeah, boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bloggers. Bloggers.
hold on a second. I have the perfect emote. And looking back in Spain.
Bloggers.
It's
I love that
bloggers,
so
isn't it?
much.
Yep.
Wog chick.
I remember it was one like really comedically timed Kyle Loggers.
Yeah, yeah.
And I can't remember what it was.
Yeah.
You managed to travel all the way down to the forest and essentially for the rest of the day travel without any incidents. The rain is bone chilling and it only gets heavier, but by the time the day is done, because you left slightly later in the morning, you are just now reaching the destroyed town that you walked through a while back.
Wait, it was destroyed?
Burnt remains of buildings and cut down trees
Okay.
and the flattened wall all stand around you. But one thing was actually left undestroyed, and that is the Temple of the Eight in this village. At the temple waits I need to look at my notes.
I don't remember a destroyed town from our last travel.
Warrior. Give me 2 seconds. I forgot who the leader of Warrior actually is.
Me too.
There are a lot of names to remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We know. Oh, that's where I
Oh,
got
is that
that.
it? Oh.
Guidance. Yeah, I need to start spamming guidance because I have it as a cantrip now.
Alright, I never actually named this. So, oh wait, let me check in my map. That might help. Yes, here we go. Nope, never mind. God damn it. Alright.
No.
You see the very dark, armored Mortimer Warrior II, descendant of the great Mortimer I, the founder of Warrior, and its previous king. You can make a history check if you'd like about anything related to Warrior.
We'll make
Oh,
a history check about anything related to Wario.
Except give me a more specific question about it so I can give you
Who
more.
was the last? Who was their last manager of economics?
Yeah, tell us.
17.
And what was their policies?
Their
Yes.
last manager of economics was Ortguth Gorecleaver. He had a very interesting name compared to his actual job, and he was arrested. Last one, not the current one. He was arrested for embezzlement.
I feel like most financial managers are.
True.
Yes. He claimed in the court case that it was an evil spirit possessing him to do it, but that was ruled an unreasonable defense, and he was arrested. He sits currently somewhere in the stronghold of Warriors prison. That is what you know about the previous financial manager of Warrior. Okay.
Okay, so we're in this destroyed town, and we see who?
You see Mortimer Warrior II, the current ruler of Warrior. He is a tall, dark-haired man, very similar looking to Lord Gem, save only for his build. Gem is a more standard build, muscular and slim but not skinny, and average height. This guy is taller and fatter.
Why do we see him in a destroyed town? Was this the agreed place to meet?
You are not listening to a thing I said. This is the agreed place to meet. Yes.
Okay,
This is
and no,
on site.
remember I had left to use the bathroom, so I might have missed
Yes.
that part. But all right, gotcha. I'm up to speed now.
How far is this away from like my home? Like, cabin.
Your home cabin.
Yeah.
This is maybe 8 to 10 miles away from your home cabin. It is,
Cool.
yeah, it's fairly close. You estimate it's not that far from the orcs either. This is actually the town right after Demon's Pass that you managed to escape through before it was occupied by the enemy army. Speaking of the enemy army, they are all in this town, and you realize as you walk in that you probably should have brought more men for safety. But instead, the 9 of you, not including the 3 people who you are protecting, so 12 in all, step towards the temple.
I have a bad feeling about this one, but let's keep going.
Lord Gem steps forward, shakes the hand of Lord
Shakes
Mortimer,
his hand.
And this is going to be more summarizing what happens because you don't want to sit through the entire thing. The talks begin, and initially you begin to oversee the talks between 3 men each, for each side, all at one large table, surrounded on each side, both sides of the room, with 9 guards each. So Lord Jem's entire force, and then 9 chosen guards from the other force. Stunned and tense silence slowly turns into sheer boredom as the long ranting and debating and proselytizing goes all the way until nightfall, and they haven't even gotten to the treaty yet. After they finally essentially made introductions, you are given a hotel, not a hotel, hotel burned down. You are given a tent to sleep in, near to Lord Jem, and told to sleep in your armor, just in case. As night begins to fall, Anodia, you see a small flock of ravens fly overhead.
I keep seeing these ravens.
Do you say this out loud?
One moment.
Like, not really. I think it's probably normal to see. Wait,
More like a
I'm in the
mutter.
forest. I'm in the forest a lot. How much do I normally see ravens?
Ravens aren't uncommon, but this is the first time you've really started to notice them. They're showing up at about the same rate as you normally see them, but when you see them, you don't think, oh, there's just an animal, something's happening. You think, that's another raven. Why do I keep seeing ravens?
My Wi-Fi is dying.
But, as you say this out loud, you hear a soft, hello? Hello?
Hmm. Do we all hear this?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Hi?
Okay. Now I'm back from my internet death.
I'm back.
So it's just, that's weird. I keep seeing ravens because I keep seeing ravens. I keep noticing them more.
Yeah.
The person walked up to all of us and said, "Hello."
Hello there.
Who is this person? Why do they walk up
That's a
to
good
us?
question. They only said hello.
Hi.
I don't mean to intrude or anything, but you 5 are part of Lord Jem's guard, right?
Who's asking?
I'm Gwendolyn. Gwendolyn Hilldigger. I'm part of the Skyblotters Mercenary Guild. She peeks around the corner, and you see a female halfling with a squared face, a round, bald head, and an extravagant piercing of a lotus flower on her right ear.
That's pretty
She's
cool.
dressed in fancy purple armor, but it's relatively faded and damaged, and has a fancy scimitar at her hip.
So, fun. Are we all in the same tent right now?
If you wish
We're
to
in
be
a
in a
tent?
separate tent, you may be.
Okay.
But you're all
Oh,
in the
I
same
am not.
general area, so you hear when she comes up.
Yep.
I'll be
So
in the same tent with
this
Anodia.
lady in armor with a nice sword comes in and says hello.
Mm-hmm.
Um, My hand is immediately on my rapier, and I'm just asking her, what do you want?
Well, I just wanted to ask if you were sworn God or if you were mercenaries.
That
Okay.
that is not
Just
information
trust
that
me.
I'm willing to
I'm not
share.
asking you for anything. I just want to know if you are registered with the Skyblatters. Because if you are mercenaries, then you need to register.
Why is the soldier of another country telling us to register with some guild when we're already when we were personally hired without the use of a guild by the government of our own country?
Yeah.
It's for safety reasons. If you're going to spend time in this country, then you're going to need to register just so that you can be classified as an adventuring party and not be killed for your arms, which are so clearly visible. Who's that?
I mean, okay, just out of character, something I want to point out is we were hired to
Yes,
be the
I know.
guards. So
I
technically, at this
hired you.
point, we would count as soldiers. In the future, we wouldn't, but for now, we'd count as soldiers.
Yes, I know. I hired you. She's still talking to you.
Oh, got you. I'm just trying to make sure I'm not misunderstanding what the hell she's saying.
Anyway, it's not like something about registering. We have to register. What did y'all say back?
Nothing.
Um,
Yeah.
when she asked the question about whether or not we're mercenaries or soldiers, I just told her that that's not information I'm willing to share.
Yeah, I was just there for that. That's about when it cut out. Okay, then. Yeah. What do I want to tell them?
I'm gonna keep quiet at the back of the party.
It's our country works a little bit differently. We're not quite either.
I'm bothering, aren't I? I'm sorry. Well, if you do come back to this country, just make sure to register. We don't want you running into anybody from the Skyblotters, and if you do, it's within their legal rights to kill you all. I I don't mean this in any sort of threatening way,
Who made
but you
that
bear
law?
arms very strongly, and I can clearly tell that you are all magical compared to the other ones, and
What do you mean?
This is the second time the guild has been mentioned to us.
How
First time was one of those bandits, the survivor.
how how do you know that we're magical?
Well, better question, why do you think we're magical?
she's not wearing any armor. She's not wearing any armor. He
Oh
is
yeah, what's
probably
so
not
magical about
magical.
me?
He is wearing very special armor,
I'm wearing leather, thank you.
I'm wearing studded leather.
and
AJ,
you.
I'd like to ask, how rare are monks in this world? And then how
Make a
rare are
history
monks
check.
in country? Because monks aren't magical, mostly, and they don't wear armor. Nat 20.
We gotta know exactly how many monks there are.
I know the precise number.
Where is my notes?
And I am
You
wearing leather
recall
armor.
Say again?
the concept of monkhood came from the martyr, the Morning Blossom, a wise master of an outward monastery. They had no name, but the alias they were given by their students. They taught multiple different styles of martial arts. Their biggest teachings were in peace and calm. They died when the fire consumed their monastery, and their body was found in a meditating position, practically untouched, yet still without life.
Oh, it's the guy that they still believe is alive, right?
Their teachings are still spread throughout the world, and healers and peacekeepers wearing the pink robes and green ribbons of the monastery are occasionally seen almost anywhere. These monks have spread out throughout the entire world, and different sects and subgroups have broken off from them to make the concept of a monk very common, and the magic that a monk can bring almost accepted.
Alright,
For a
well,
world
with that,
with so little magic, people are quick to assume that a person with studded leather and a scimitar is a caster.
yeah, but yeah, with that, I'm just gonna correct the lady. Excuse you, I am a martial artist. Do not confuse me with those wand-waving buffoons.
The other four in your guard are all identical, wearing the heaviest armor and shields that they can. You walk in to an entire army with what? Studded leather?
Look, it's hard to be versatile. My fighting style with a scimitar is very. I need to move as much as possible.
Can't
and
knock someone for
aim
being unique, lady.
too stifling.
Unique, you say?
I, by contrast, am a healer. I'm not meant for combat.
Yeah, you are with us.
That is fair.
Also, like, in case it wasn't obvious, I'm deliberately trying to hide the fact that I can use magic because letting a potential enemy think that you can't use magic can only be helpful.
Yeah, we all are.
You think you're unique? She reaches her hands to her scimitar. No one's stopping her. She draws out, and it's not a blade, but it unfolds into this massive fan that nearly completes a full circle around her arm.
I want to play a character like that.
That is a cool weapon.
Arm blade.
Yeah, Sword of the Creator.
Wait, no, hold on. AJ, is it a tonfa?
No, it's a massive fan.
Oh, you said it went like it folded up her arm.
Yeah,
that sounds like a tonfa.
Imagine a fan, a normal fan, except it is so big and extends so far that it reaches all the way on both sides of your arm.
It's like if your arm was a Dimetrodon.
Well, like one of those paper fans.
Yes. It looks more ceremonial than anything, though, and one side is a bright red, and the other is a bright green. Sure, yeah.
Fucking lizard.
Anyways, she closes it back up and sheaths it again. I was part of an adventuring party too once, and I know what it looks like. Casting isn't as accepted here, and I'm not from here, so I just wanted to let you all know. I'm sorry if I intruded, and I will go now.
Darn right.
So AJ, I can tell that you really want us to sign up at this adventuring guild.
Yeah.
Of a foreign
I don't
country.
want to come up with a name because usually, like last time we came up with a name, it was like actually serious and kind of boring.
Okay, no, hold on. Here's a dumb idea. I'll take it from one of the games of Wildermyth. Our company name will be The Ones Who Kill.